Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna we saw as Avatara, incarnation of God. He is telling, I will have to come once more to finish this task of transformation from extreme materialism to spiritual world of oneness. Now, in that respect, he says, all of you, my companions, will be there again with me. Before you came here, you did not know who you were. Now you will know. It is God who as Guru makes you know. The knowledge and wisdom, the enlightenment from the darkness of this world. Why do we call it the darkness, tamas? Because the light of Chaitanya is not seen. Light of God is not seen. With respect to light of God, this is darkness. With respect to the physical world, this is lighted. When we sleep in dark, pitch dark, we are sleeping, we enter into dream, we see the light, whole world is there, everything, we are going and coming. Where was that light? Where from did that light came? It is darkness have slept. Light cannot come from anywhere. It is the light of mind. Mind's light is illumining the dream world. Physical light is illumining the physical world. Like that, spiritual world is lighted by spiritual existence. The God. God illumines it. That light which is eternal and real. Dream world and dream light both are unreal. Physical world and physical light is also unreal with respect to the light of God. That light we are not seeing. We call it tamas, darkness. So it is God who comes as Guru and makes us know. He has to make us know ourselves. Nangta told the story of the tigress and the herd of goats. Once a tigress attacked a herd of goats. A hunter saw her from a distance and killed her. The tigress was pregnant and gave birth to a cub, and she expired. The cub began to grow in the company of goats. At first it was nursed by she-goats, and later on it grew up bigger. It began to eat grass and bleat like goats. Gradually the cub became big tiger, but still it ate grass and bleated. When attacked by other animals, it would run away like the goats. One day a fierce-looking tiger attacked the herd. It was amazed to see a tiger in the herd eating grass and running away with the goats at its approach. It left the goats and caught hold of the grass-eating tiger, which began to bleat and tried to run away. But the fierce tiger dragged it to the water and said, "Look at your face in the water. You see, You have the pot face like a tiger. It's exactly like mine. Next, it pressed a piece of meat into its mouth. At first, the grass-eating tiger refused to eat the meat. Then it got the taste of the meat and released it. At last, the fierce tiger said to the grass eater, "What a disgrace! You lived with the goats and ate grass like them." And the other was really ashamed of itself. This is one of the important analogies of our state and the state of realization. What happens after the realization? We will get the lost identity. We have lost our spiritual identity by acquiring a false, unreal identity that I am this body. The body dies, but the soul doesn't die. It continues its journey. Eating grass is like enjoying woman and gold. To bleat and run away like goat is to behave like ordinary man. Going away with new tiger is like taking shelter with the Guru, who awakens one's spiritual consciousness and recognizing him alone as one's relative. To see one's face rightly is to know one's real self, Atma Jnana. How the worldly enjoyments of all types and the worldly possession from which we have to part one day or other, and whatever we enjoy, is going to bring same amount of suffering or perhaps more and keeps us bound. Enjoyments not only keep us bound but bring the suffering also as a consequence. So this is compared to the eating grass and bleating and running away is like ordinary man. He is afraid of truth, he is afraid of saints, he wants to hide and live in this world with family and friends. We can't avoid, we need not also avoid family, friends, the world, but not to forget God and identify every jiva with the divine and love them and serve them. It doesn't harm. When we keep every object only for enjoyment and not identify with divine, we are caught in the mesh of Maya. Same thing, same world, same position, same family. If you look upon as divine, you evolve. You evolve to your divinehood, transcend the nature, and enter the realm, eternal bliss, Nityananda, and Nitya Jivana, Shashvata Jivana you are entering. So, going away with new tiger is like taking shelter in Guru, who awakens the spiritual consciousness, who you are, recognizing him alone as one's relative. To see one's face is self-knowledge. Sri Ramakrishna stood up. There was silence all around, disturbed only by the gentle rustling of the pine needles. Pine trees were there, and the murmuring of the Ganges. The master went to the Panchavati and then to his room, talking all the while with him. The disciple followed him, fascinated. At the Panchavati, Sri Ramakrishna touched his forehead and raised his forehead, the raised platform around the banyan tree. This was the place of his intense spiritual discipline, where he had wept bitterly for the vision of Divine Mother, how much of austerities these people do, sadhakas do, giving up all the enjoyments and with bare minimum for living and existence. They spend days and nights weeping for God. Where are you? Please come. Where are you? Please come. I am not able to find you. I am not able to transcend and come beyond. You have to come to me. They spend and do all the duties without attachment and offer it to the divine as their service or worship unto God. So this life, how much of tears, otherwise they have sent the same amount of tears for family and possessions. Now the same thing is replaced here in a new way, in a new background. The same thing happens in the divine spiritual world, spiritual practices. Other is this external worldly. We don't change the life, we change the attitude and we change the field of activity. The master and M passed the cluster of bakul trees and came to the Nahabat. Hazra was there. Master said to him, "Don't eat too much and give up this craze for outer cleanliness. People with a craze do not attain knowledge. Follow the convictions only as much as necessary. Do not go to excess." The master entered the room and sat on the couch. Hazra was there. And Sri Ramakrishna is telling him, do not eat too much and give up the craze for outer cleanliness. There are people who take food, usually what energy I am going to spend with a healthy body. I am having a healthy body, I am maintaining all exercises, hygiene and all that. I take sufficient food. I maintain my energy level in my body. And the moment I start eating a little more than that, then it creates sufficient energy, creates enthusiasm. Excess energy, it wants to deposit somewhere. I am not going to utilize. So it starts depositing here and there in the joints and all, and start giving pain. And this restlessness in mind. Less food also makes the mind restless and tamasic. Exact amount of food. Then mitahara viharascha. All this, when it is in mita, in limited quantities, it awakens. It helps our spiritual evolution. Some people, for taste, they go on eating, till the whole stomach is full. This immediately becomes an obstruction in spiritual path. And it's vyavadhana it creates. You cannot calmly sit and meditate. Body has become tamasic. And it either enters into sleep or goes on cogitating on unwanted things. So maintain the beautiful health, nice exercises, nourishing food. In sufficient quantity, you are going to spend the energy. Small degrees of excess or low, that can be managed with small amount of food. When we feel little less energy, take a sip of some juice or something that immediately gives you instant energy. this maintaining, not being a glutton to go on filling the stomach. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna is advising, you want the purpose of human life is to realize God. Don't waste the life in these external things and cleanliness and other things. Some people, they touch something, go and take bath. Something has come, some bad omen has come, go and have some purificatory things. Something like Vinayakananda says, should I touch the rice pot with right hand or left hand? These things, unwanted things, details. It may be necessary in early life to make the mind concentrated, to make my life dedicated to certain things. But once this is a grown up, understanding mind comes, you have to drop away on non-essentials. People continue the non-essentials by which the essential become hidden. We have to bring the essential to light and non-essential slowly we have to eliminate and go forward. Otherwise, we will not be traveling. We will be going merry-go-round there itself. Get up in the morning, do bath, this, that and all, clean the shrine. All this is happening. But no advancement in spiritual life. Non-essential slowly. For many people, till they get little acquainted with God and spiritual life, non-essentials become necessary. But not for one who has accepted the ideal of God realization. Yes, I have to run now. Till then it's a preparation, all these things are necessary. It's like scaffolding given to a building when it is construction is going on. But the moment construction is complete, the painting is over, all scaffoldings are removed. Like that. As the finishing product is coming out, we have to go on reducing these non-essentials. But if there are others who are imitating you, trying to understand and live, then you may require. Now children are there, many things may be non-essential for me, but I have to follow for the sake of children. They have to pick up now. So sometimes it becomes needed. But now Hazra's case is such that he has to completely dedicate for attainment, otherwise he'll be missing the opportunity given in the human life to transcend the nature and go beyond. So, the master and M passed the cluster of bakul trees and came to the Nabat. Hazra was there and Sri Ramakrishna told him, follow conventions only as much as necessary. Do not go to excess in anything. Mitahara viharasya, it becomes, for yoga, it becomes helpful. And sat on the couch. Sri Ramakrishna was resting after his midday meal when Surendra, Ram and other devotees arrived from Calcutta. Usually these people and saints, they don't get free time at all. One group comes and goes. By the time he thinks I can take 5 minutes rest, another group is there waiting to enter. The life is given to the world and to God. Actually, each one of us, everyone, the life has to go, every breath has to go for God and for this world. But we are totally absent-minded about the world and God. We go on feeding our ego. This has to change. Slowly we must convert our life into a yajna, a constant sacrifice for God and for this world. Surendra, I.M. and other devotees arrived from Calcutta. It was about 1 o'clock. While M was strolling alone under the pine trees, Harish came there and told him that the master wanted him in his room. Sam was going to read from the Shiva Samhita, a book containing instruction about yoga and 6 centers. M entered the room and saluted the master. The Shiva concept and Shakti concept. The Shiva concept, the aspect of the chakras and all. Book instructing about yoga and the 6 centers. Yoga is union with God, and 6 centers are various levels of consciousness through which we pass and reach the ultimate. The ultimate is Shiva. Similarly, Shakti is also, Shakti and the 6 chakras, Vedana is there. It is reverse. Shakti is the basis of our existence. From Mooladhara to where I am lying now, present state, the lowest point of state is brought into picture. The ultimate is brought into Shiva concept, Shakti concept. Shiva concept is descending from the absolute to the relative, to the bodily existence, and from the bodily existence rising to Shiva Sthiti. Shiva as the point of reference when we deal with the chakras, coming down to the Mooladhara as Jiva and going back upward to Shiva Sahasrara and to the Shiva Sthiti is always reference to Shiva if I take the whole process of becoming Jiva and going back to home. Then it is the chakra bhedana, everything becomes a part of the Shaiva system. Suppose I take the present state in which I have been brought and kept here. What is my present state? I am at Mooladhara. From Mooladhara, how to raise to the transcendental, how to raise to the Sahasrara and merge in God. From the present state to the how I came, from where I came is not reference. The Divine Mother is there. She has become everything and she has presented me here. And it is she who is going to take me back. So Shakti as the reference with which the universe forms and the jivas form. Shakti has become the power of consciousness, power of Ishvara himself has become the universe. With reference to universe and my present situation, I am going back. Srishti is over, I am going back. So here, Shakta principle coming to the whole process is referred to Shakti, the formation of the universe and all jivas, and jiva's mother taking back to the source. She has become the jiva. She has become the universe. She is the jiva. She is going to back to her own oneness with the Chaitanya, the Satchidananda Sagara. Same, the one side of the coin is Shiva, another side is Shakti, obverse and reverse of the same coin. It descends, it goes back. It is Shakti. Descent is, there is no Shiva part. The moment it leaves Sahasrara, Chaitanya, Shakti is manifesting as the universe, and Shakti is going back to her own abode. The Jiva is Shakti going back to her own abode. So this is the difference here. Shiva Samhita is somebody is going to read and containing the instruction about yoga and the 6 chakras. Entered the room and saluted the master. The devotees were seated on the floor, but no one was reading the book. Sri Ramakrishna was talking to the devotees. Master, the gopis cherished ecstatic love for Krishna. There are 2 elements in such love, I-ness and minus. I and mine. I-ness and minus. I-ness is the feeling that Krishna will be ill if I do not serve him. I is coming. I have to serve. I have to take care of him. Otherwise, who will take care of him? If I'm not there, who will take care of him? Like that I. In this attitude, the devotee does not look upon his ideal as God. He is intimately related. He is responsible for his looking after and all that. He is God also. As the devotee wants, he takes up the limitations and comes in the same way. He is sitting there helplessly as if. When Krishna comes to Gopalerma as a small child, he is Lord of the universe, appearing to her in front of her as her little child, sitting on the shoulder. And he feels, I am hungry, I want food. He is Lord of the universe, asking that woman. She has to run here, there, get some food for him. All the mischiefs he does, she has to tolerate. He runs to the water, this, that, so many things. As if he is really limited. And the same thing happens there. That I, in this attitude, devotee does not look upon his ideal as God. Minus is to feel that the beloved is my own. That intimate, my own. Means there is freedom, love and intimacy. In minus, 3 entities. Minus contains love, intimacy and freedom. Mine means I can do anything. I can sit on the lap, I can climb over the shoulder. That much of freedom and intimacy. Because it's mine. So minus always contains this. The gopis had such feelings of minus towards Krishna, and they would place their subtle bodies under his feet, lest his souls should get hurt. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.